You had tremendous action off of that particular break. The 6 ball may have come in between the 2 ball and the 1 ball, precluding him from pocketing the one in the upper right-hand corner. From my vantage point, I really can't tell. By looking at the monitor, I don't think he can pocket the one.
No, I don't think he can either. I mean, he's probably going to wind up banking this 1 ball. But he's looking to see if he can get position on the 2 ball. I mean, if he could cross this and come into the 2 ball, or go 3 cushions. He's coming into the 2.
He looks like he made a good shot on the 1. Excellent speed of the cue ball, finally coming to rest in almost an ideal position on the table for the 2.
No, he hit that bank with a lot of confidence, Billy. I mean, most guys would have been trying to play a 2-way shot, make the 1 and get a snooker involved at the same time. He just went for the shot and made the shot. That's really aggressive offense. Back and forth across the table for the 3.
And all of a sudden, this match may be tied up. At one time, Reyes was leading in the match 2-0 in preparation in breaking the balls in game number 3. What he did was he erred. He made a foul on the break, hopping off the table. Strickland's been at the table since.
This is a Cosmo, as we used to call it. They still call it a Cosmo?
Well, the older players call it a Cosmo because the younger players don't know who Cosmo really is.
You want to tell them who he was?
No, you can do that.
Cosmo was a guy that used to come around Johnson City. He's a funny-looking guy with big rimmed glasses, and he used to bring a suitcase full of all these tricks that he did exhibitions with, and he was a professional dancer, ballet-type dancing. And he used to set the balls out around the table, the whole 9 balls, to where he could stop the cue ball on every single shot, and then when he finally made the 9 ball, he would stop the cue ball on a $100 bill. But while he did the clearance, he did a ballet dance around the table and just spun around the table and he just turned the cue stick into the shot, stopped the cue ball, and did the whole shot. It was a real easy out except for the dance thing.
Right.
And that was a Cosmo.
But the significance of the dance was this layout is so easy I can dance around it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was like connect the dots.
Right,
boom,
exactly.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So therefore, any time an opportunity arose where a player had to connect a dot, run out, they would refer to it as a Cosmo.
Exactly.
Game number 4 goes to Strickland. He ties up the match 2 games apiece.
From Diliberto, You Bet Your Life, The Tales of a Gambler, by Jerry Forsyth and Danny Diliberto. The Janskos arranged for Tom Cosmo to open the evening matches with his show. Cosmo was from New York, and I had first seen him in the late 50s in Miami Beach, where he was a nightclub performer. He was a great dancer, and he sang as well, but his name would prove to be his legacy. As part of his act, he would put 9 balls out on the table. The way he did it, so casual and all, it looked like he was just randomly putting the balls out on the table, but actually each ball was placed in exactly the same place every night. Then he could be singing and dancing and telling jokes, and all the while he would be running this rack of 9 ball. His clowning and singing distracted the crowd so many people didn't realize that he was just hitting one easy stop shot after another. Your blind grandmother could have run those balls, but it looked good and became the touchstone for easy runs in 9 ball. Today, whenever someone has a really easy table to run, we say he has a Cosmo, and that's where the term originated, from Tom Cosmo in Johnston City. Cosmo actually was a pretty good straight pool player. He beat Jimmy more once that I know about. Jimmy had Cosmo down 124-17 in a race to 125, and Cosmo wound up beating him 125-124, so he could shoot the game pretty well. Cosmo was a clever guy. Before he would start his run, he would grab a 20 from someone in the audience and put Jackson's face under the 9 ball. Then when he pocketed the 9 at the end of his run, he would pick up the 20, grin, and put it in his pocket. The chump in the audience would never ask for it back because Cosmo acted like he had won it by running the rack. To begin his act, Cosmo would come out wearing a hat, a big fur coat, thick eyeglasses, and gloves. He started with one-liners, pulling the gloves off of his hands as he spoke, and the gloves just kept peeling off and piling up on the floor at his feet. The whole while those old vaudeville gloves were coming off, the jokes just poured forth, and he had the whole place roaring. It was a great show, and the audience loved him. Cosmo was like Mel Tillis. When he talked, he would stammer, but he could sing like a bird.